Hello, welcome to Cat Studio. Today we're painting our Christmas cards, and this is very fast and easy to do. You can do probably 20 of these in a day or more. And let's get started with what we need. Some watercolor paper. This is watercolor cardstock I picked up from Amazon. And a paintbrush. I'm using this really old flat brush. It's very soft bristles. I have previously used this flat brush, works really well, and some paints. And I feel like I need a little lighter of a color in here. Pick up some of that. Let's get swooping here. So what I'm going to do is mark where I want the tree to start and end about right. Ooh, let's say right about here. And I want it to be a triangle. I have a tendency to make straight trees when I swoop. So let's get started here. I'm going to start right where my line is up here and just swoop around like so. Practice this first and then get swooping. Come back and swoop a little more, not too much. You ruin the look of the tree when you go too much. And I want to put a little bit, hint of this pretty green over here. And make sure your brush is mostly dry. It's a sort of a dry brush technique. And then I think I'm done, because the more I do, I feel like the worse it becomes. So a little bit of frillies on the edge. And a little bit up here. Now, I guess I put green in there, so I need a little bit more of that through somewhere. Right there. Okay, on camera, this looks way more green than it is in person. So let's go back to my two colors. Little tree trunk there. Little snow. That is really pretty. Nice swooped tree. I'm going to go and dry my brush off really dry. Put a little dimension here, like take a little color out here and there. Maybe add a little bit of that over here. So it's picking paint up, so I'm just swooping it back in. So at any point, stop playing. I just feel like the more you swoop, the prettier it gets. It's my opinion. And one more swoop in here. So the other night I made a bunch of these cards. I just sat down and did this color, that color, every color of the rainbow. So that's my swoop tree. And you could very well be done at the end of your first swoop and then done. I've done a couple of trees that way in like a brown and gray. It really turned out pretty. Okay, so we're gonna go in with our, make a star, our sparkle pen. This is a sparkle Pentel glitter pen. You could decorate these trees if you want with ornaments, or just leave them plain. You could even turn this into a gnome. This could be a gnome, and you could put the head up a little bit higher. And here's one that I turned into a gnome. I just, drew it out with, did the tree first, then put in the beard with gray, like so. Put a nose in. And then I went with my black pen, outlined it. I'm not sure if I like that part, but he is kind of cute. So here we are with our Christmas tree. Isn't it beautiful? So I'm going to go around the edge of that star with my gold pen. And this is the metallic gold pen from Signio. And your stars don't have to be perfect. Mine never are. But they are beautiful. So then what I do is I take my ruler, and be careful though, those pens don't dry that quickly. So I'll go in, fold this card in half, press that down really well. Go in go in a half inch, and then a half inch. I start a half inch down. Bypass the tree, and then end it a half inch before the end. So we have this. You could just do two sides if you want. Let's go all the way around. It's a little bit more than a half inch there. It's still going to work. Oops, where are we going to stop at? Right here. Take that up the side, and we're going to go, let's leave an opening on that side. We want to take that to a half inch to the top edge. And leave a bit of an opening there. You don't have to leave the openings. You can go all the way around in one swoop there. Way across. Then we're ready to start stamping. And if you wanted to put some gold swoops in there, you very well could do that, but I think this is pretty just the way it is. Let's get our stamping equipment here. Let's stamp the inside first. Oh, we have to dry that. We can't open it quite yet. Okay, let's open that up. Take our ruler over here again, and what I want to do is to stamp the sediment an inch and a half down from the top. So I'm going to line my center of my sediment, which is right here, at 2.5 inches. Right there. Make sure this is straight. Then we just ink up our sediment there, just as a tapping motion. That over to our ruler at 2.5 inches for center. And then I'm gonna set it like so, right on the edge, so that's gonna be straight. Set it down and press. Hopefully it's straight. Hold it for a second, then lift. Beautiful. And this is distress ink so that you can see that it is a little bit distressed here and there, which I think it looks really beautiful. Let's try that and do the front now. The only reason I did the inside first is because I just had that on my stamp pad. So let's do the outside, and then you'll see how beautiful this is going to be. Let's get our Merry Christmas stamp. And I can't put this on this way, it's too big, so I'm going to turn it, pick it up, get my card ready, and ink up my design. That should be good. I never know with this distress ink because it doesn't really, I can't see it as well as just using black StazOn ink. So hopefully I inked that well enough. Then I just line this up between these two, and I feel like I have ink on my fingers. Okay, here we go. Let's stamp that right about. I'm going to have that Y go right off the edge there. Why not? Hopefully that looks good. Give it a press. Hold it for a second. Now lift it straight up. Little boo-boo there, but who's going to care? Not me. Last thing I do is take my gold pen, go in and put dots here, or slashes, or whatever makes you happy. I've done dashes this way, dashes this way. You can do anything you like. You can connect these if you wanted to. You could do two sections where you put dots. I'm not going to put them next to the tree though. So go on inside and you can line this one as well. Maybe draw some leaves or holly or whatnot. I mean, you know, you can decorate this however you like. So that's our swooped Christmas tree. I will send put pictures at the end of this video so that you can see the different colors and different ideas that I've had for all my other cards that I've already sent out. But I did photograph them for you so you could get an idea of, you know, how they will turn out. Super easy and fast. I did this card pretty quickly. I did 5 or 6 cards before I went to bed the other night. Let them dry and decorated them in the morning. And so I hope this was a fun tutorial for you. Get your Christmas cards out. You can do it in a day. Let everything dry up first. And then once everything is dry, don't want to forget this step. Once everything is dry, since this is watercolor painting, you know, it has a tendency to, you know, it would run if it got wet in the snow or something, you know. You don't want that to happen. So let's make sure everything's good and dry. Take a little bit of this Dorland wax, and I use this for my watercolor paintings. When I finish them, I wax them and then put them in the mat. So this is really good stuff. It keeps it waterproof, and I've tested it, and it does work. So we just go over the painting, everything, the whole front page. Put that wax. And this probably takes the longest, because you have to let this dry. There you go. All set with that. Let that dry up. Come back in with a really soft, sort of like old t-shirt, and buff that out. So I'll meet you back here in a second. We'll buff that out and get it ready for the envelope. So our card is ready to be buffed out now. I'm just going to take my soft cloth and buff it. And you can tell when your wax is dry, your buffing cloth will not get stuck on it. If it's not dry yet, it will not buff out easily. So I just set this in front of the heat vents, let it dry. And you're all set to go. And here's another card that I made the other day, and I just had an idea that you could go ahead and pop a bow on top, hot glue that on there, instead of putting a star up there. I mean, it's all up to you what you want your cards to look like. And pop it in the envelope and you're all set to go. Easy card to do, quick to make, and I think you can make a whole bunch of these in one day and have them ready to go out the next. So we're at crunch time here for the holidays, so get going with your Christmas cards and get them in the mail. And we love getting Christmas cards, so send them out. I know a lot of people don't do that these days anymore, but I love them. And y'all have a great holiday. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button. All the stuff that you guys do for my channel helps my channel grow. It's growing very slowly right now, but I do appreciate all my subscribers, so thank you so much. And all your comments, love the comments, so go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section. Let us know what you're up to, if you're making cards this year. And y'all have a great day, great holiday, and I'll see you in the next video.